Alright, I just got back to my computer. I did take a trade while I was in the car. Ended up taking the first dump of the market today, which trade sinker, I'll show you that. I ended up taking all of my accounts, $2,000 profit, and those are all my fundeds, and I'm on my live account right now, right here. I'm risking a good bit, which I don't really want to do too much, but I am. The other thing that's kind of wearing me here is we have these equal highs. That's the only thing that worries me here. The other thing is we have ES over here. Clearly we have an SMT. You can see that pretty easily. Bang, bang, SMT. That's not even the SMT I'm thinking of, actually. We'll do this one. Let's say that and that. We also have SMT here. Bang, bang. And I want to see this on a standard deviation play. Like I said before, standard deviation, we take it to true day open. So for this one, I want to see it come all the way down to true day open. It's going to be right here. I like the OT of London. It's usually an entry for me, so I'm going to take like some off at this OT right above it, because usually we'll have a reaction at that. Usually we'll have a big dump down, we'll have a little level up, and we'll come down, we'll hit that level again, then we'll dump. So I'm looking out for that. Going to take some partials there. I'm in for 20 micros, take 6 off there, 10 off there, 4 off at our all-time low at this PM low. New York yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, you really can't find a better sell than this, in my opinion. We have here we have a bullish SMT, I guess you could say also. We have SMT on both sides. Now, I pointed this out earlier because I'm on NQ now, but on NASDAQ, I pointed this out. I don't know why this level is drawn out. Let's just be this level. 2.25. Here we are, the 2.25 here. It also lines up all these previous ones. Not that those matter right now at all, but they're good to add in. That like, you know what? They all added up together. They all go to this one spot. Maybe that spot has some validity to it, some power to it. That's where I'm at. Over leveraging a little bit. I don't know. This is kind of one of those trades where you just kind of let it play out. The risk reward here is fucked. To true day, we're looking at 1,100 ticks, which that's why I'm in for pretty good size, because the risk reward here is a 1 to 12 off rip. I was in for 10 micros, and then on this big dump down right below this, that's whenever I end up adding more, and so now we are in for a good size. Again, it's just these equal highs that are kind of scary to me. SMTs, whenever they're this in deep, they just make me upset. In reality, if I was at my desk in time, entry would have been on this like 2.25 and not actually on this like retrace in. And I would have had a much better entry to go there. Stop loss being up here. That would have been like an initial risk reward, or let me say a risk of 100 ticks. So really that 10 micros would have been perfect. But I don't know, we got faith in this strat though. Like I said, this is just going to be like a high to low. If you miss the entry, you look for like a retrace into that 0.6, which is right here. I just do my stop this high. That's what I did. So again, we'll play it out. Off that rejection of that top wick though, that's whenever you can make your stop loss. So we can make it here, you can make it here. Me personally, if this dumps below this level here, we go below, really below here, that's whenever I'll move my stop to like this candle. And then if we go below this level, these are all nitpick. These aren't really that deep. In reality, I really should wait until probably right here. Then we'll go break even. This could be a huge trade. This is a 1 account trade. The reason why I made this account, the reason why I have a live account is because of trades like this. Earlier, I was in for 6 micros because I kind of knew where it was going to go. I didn't want to risk too much. The trade I took was right here. We ended up taking shorts out of this range here. I have a screen recorded, but I ended up taking shorts here. Stops here, down into here. 905 was my exit. That was my trade earlier in the car. That's what banked all that money on this fundeds. I don't know, this is just so like, we need to break this low to break this SMT. That's all I know. If we can break this low, we are so green, it's insane. I talk a lot on camera. I'm really not that emotional when it comes to my trading, but I feel like you guys want to see like my brains. I'm trying to pick out every single thought I can have about this. Okay, yeah, so what I was going to say is we're looking for these lows. I wanted to be able to show you like my P&L, which I mean, it's just that number times 10. Wow, this shit's dumping. We're looking for all the way down here. This is going to be the biggest trade of my life if this bangs. Biggest trade held the entire way if it bangs. Again, this is the whole point of having this live account, is to be able to hold trades like this, because normally, let's just say I'm on my funded accounts, $2,000, which is around here probably. That's never how I close all the trades. But I have this account purely for the fact of close these. You want to talk about emotional, man? Talk about how you just watch this shit go from up $1,300 to up $300. Like I said, hit this, we'll go break even. I did say we're gonna go here, and we're gonna actually just change this now to be full off here. Oh, if I just went out. Big move though. If this will load. I'm doing this as my break even because if we tap into this, I really want to do a 5-minute fair value gap. I don't know why the fuck I'm on a 2-minute. So I'm going to actually make it this. If we hit this, then I'll go right here. Because I don't want to see a reaction off that. Put it here so you guys can see it better. I would hate to be a fucking shitty YouTuber to watch. So that means we're not even going break even until we're up like pretty much 2 grand. This is the part of trading where it's like realistically 20 points a day keeps you away from whatever all this bullshit is. This is a level of trying not to be greedy, of course. But again, I've had so many instances where I'm right. Like I wouldn't mind seeing it all the way down to there. Me, I'm not gonna hold it till then, but that's why I'm so bearish biased. And look at this, bro. This looks like a meme coin about to just dump. Yeah, I want to see us come at true day open. I would say if you're above true day open, shorting down into it is a great idea. I think if you're below true day open, longing up into it's a great idea. Yeah, that's my thoughts there. I don't ever chart on ES. I know we're gonna be here for a minute. When I say I'm gonna go break even, what this means, I'm gonna put my stop at this high right here. It's all the 5 minute for Vega. Should flush. I think we get a low move up, get the top wick, and then we flush down. That is not what you want to see. I might be getting out of this. I don't think I would get out completely. I'll just take off a majority position if I feel uncomfortable with this trade, which I think is very okay to do. Anyone who says closing your trade early is emotional, I agree, but to an extent, I don't. The reason why I don't mind if we had to close, I mean, of course I do mind. I would love for this trade to be the banger of the day. The reason why this could keep going up is we still have this next level. All this does is give validation that, you know what, this standard deviation that I have right now is valid. That just means this next one, it's -4, will print even harder. So just gotta be prepared. But I mean, if it wants to keep dumping, it'll keep dumping. It looks like it does, so I'm not mad. But not really sure what this would have wanted to do there. Big move back up again. If we were to come above here, I'm probably gonna take some size off. Just don't want to get swept, like sweep that high here. I don't want to just sweep this high then dump. Good move, man. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I want to sit here and watch this. I may go work out, I may go for a run, maybe something. I just know the more you sit here and rot and watch your trades, the more emotional you'll get, clearly. Especially when you're trading heavy size like this on a live account. I really don't want to stop like right here. We down below this if I want to stop right here. Still want to see this level get hit. Good move, man. This is the only level I'll be worried about. This here. My old strat, as you guys know, and it still is my strat, but my only strat that I, really teach nowadays is the 50% level. Just here. Technically, you would take longs here, 46 stop, and you would make your, basically, like if it wanted to, like if you wanted like confirmation that we're gonna go lower, you could take longs here, and they could come up and hit this level here, and then dump, or we just fly right through it. So as long as we can break this 40 tick dump, so let's just pretend if you were to enter like this, I'm not gonna write it out actually. 40 ticks would be, let's just say right there. If we can break that low, that trade would be invalidated in that moment. There it goes. So just gonna let it keep going. I don't want to be emotional, but part of me's thinking I might take half off this low here. And then take the other half here, and then just leave this be done. I feel like this actually needs to be a little bit higher. So there will be a rejection at this level. I just want to catch it before the rejection. It's the only goal. Quick trading brain insight check-in. If you wanted to know where it's really easy to get emotional, it's right here. 1 minute inverse fair value gap lines up with the OTE. Not really. It's a pretty sketchy spot. I will say this morning I was in the trade. There was a 1 minute inverse fair value gap, and I was kind of sketched out. It went pretty up to pretty high up. I was in the shorts. And we have an SMT. That is disgusting. With the SMT is insane. My thing is like it's not really about an SMT. It's not really about like what is the usual ICT concepts. That's not at all what this strategy is based on. Strategy is entirely based on standard deviation going into true day open. So for me personally, like this isn't like whenever you backtest this, you're not really watching how the S&P is reacting. You're not really watching how ES is doing anything. You're entirely watching how just price reacts to each level and where it wants to go. So whenever I backtest this, if you were to trust your backtesting here, my eyes would be closed. I'd be on 10x speed of it flying through. And I wouldn't have a care in the world besides my take profit being hit. So as of right now, I'm not going to let it affect me. It's a little bit more emotional on this side because you can see how much we're in profit right now. But technically, if this could close, if this 1 minute candle can close like this, right below this inverse, I would be a pretty happy dog. Looks good for right now. I would be a very happy dog. If we can just break that low, realistically. Break the low, it's invalidated entirely. Thing is we haven't invalidated an SMT yet. SMT would come from breaking down below this low. That becomes a different story. That becomes the whole idea of like, okay, why would you even take your profit there? Because if you're finally breaking the SMT, then this shit should just dump, right? So, check this. So I have a vertical monitor. This is what I'm looking at right now. It's on 30-second. Okay, the only thing, we have a small inverse here on the 1 minute, so I don't really give a fuck. Is it a level of possible reaction? Yeah. So I'm just gonna let it hang. Again, I would say the SMT we have right now is massive, like genuinely a huge SMT. I have to remind myself that like, one, trades like this really do take a long time. So if you want to be able to take trades that have this much volume, this much movement, you have to have so much patience, you have to stay calm, and it's really easy to not be those things. So, I mean, you gotta think, I'm looking for, what is that, 200 points here as our first take profit. So the amount of patience that takes is all-time high. I do have to remind myself of little things. So like, you know, if it were to come back up and test back into this, if I was scalping here, that would be an okay short to take it back down to that low. So if I wanted to retest this level, I don't want to see it happen because of course I want to see it go down. But if it wanted to hit that level, I wouldn't really be afraid. We have a lot of little gaps up here. We already broke through this OTE level of the range, so I'm pretty confident there. I really have no worries here. I like how everything goes. This is not the current true day. This is current true days right here. I do that for every day. 4 for 4, that's insane. 4 for 4 is my number. Oh, I see 4 for 4 probably 10 times, maybe 15 times a day. That's incredible that just happened. I clicked my mouse the wrong way, and the buttons on the side, I just spammed the 4. That's awesome. It's wild to say that like we only have, let's say, I mean 240 ticks is huge. That's 60 points. I mean, if someone can just catch a single 60-point trade a day, I mean they're profitable as fuck. Because like I said, I am predicting a reaction at this level. Part of me would have waited, like I was thinking about waiting all day to take longs off this level to go up to the next draw on liquidity, which would be up to like here. So I'm being really, really cautious with this area. If we have like a really strong push out of it to go up, I'll probably close the entire thing and then maybe re-enter on that draw on liquidity off this blue line right here. So off that thicker blue line. Simply because I love reactions off of London's OTE. So if we have a reaction off London OTE, you know, that's a good strategy for me. So okay, here's that 1 minute inverse value gap right here. I really don't think it should hold a lot of power. The only thing is I feel like is the ICT guys that would take an entry there. The stops at the low in order to confirm the SMT. Is that what ICT would be? Not really sure. Because you still have the SMT. The SMT is still valid. So that blue line's the level that I think you should have a reaction off of. I would love to fly through it. Even though my strategy says that I would want to see it go up off of it, I want to see it dump through it. There's a chance that I just start taking sides off this, so heads up. I would need it to break this low in order to completely take out my thoughts. In order for me to not think about it going up here, I would need this low to be broken. Because remember, I had this whole thing drawn out. Which, like, you really can't be mad because that's kind of funny that that's what I was looking for earlier. Damn. Okay. So you can see how I was reacting. Usually you'll take this to the nearest draw. Which, with this one, I would say it'd be around, I mean, fuck, probably all the way up to here. So I'm hoping we just don't fucking do it at all. But you could take this trade pretty far. Probably to like an inverse value gap here is around here is probably where I'd look for this to go. I of course don't want to see it go there. I might just mute myself with this whole thing so you don't hear me sound emotional as fuck. It says we're up crazy, but everything's frozen. Everything's frozen. I have no fucking clue. Everything's frozen. I'm asking myself right now, like, would it be like, was it even worth it to want to hold for this long? Like down to this extra low, and that is an extra 300 ticks, which would be it'd be an extra $1,500. So in my opinion, yeah, I think it would be worth it. But yeah, it just sucks whenever like your strategy does say, hey man, we're gonna go up off of this, of an untapped OTE. It's just untapped OTE, drawn liquidity. So unfortunately, we may be looking up at this blue line, which I don't want to see, but that would make our P&L go crazy down. Maybe miss out another 250 ticks right there possibly, which is, you know, another 1250. Not good. Again, I'm just playing by the strategy. This is unfortunate to even say, but this would be a very green trade from the other strategy. Again, there's two situations in my last video, maybe the same video, whatever it may be. But I explained there's two strategies of entry. One's off standard deviation targeting true day open, and one's off of OTE targeting the draw and liquidity. And we do have a very high time frame SMT, which bangs. I just have an overall bias of bearish. We have a great entry. We have a top tick. I think we're going to get some kind of like consolidation, manipulation out, sweep these highs right here, dump. And if it doesn't happen, be a little upset. I'm glad I took more size off though. Instead of just the 6 cons, I'm glad I took 10 off. That was a smart decision. I'm not sure that I like this reaction, to be honest with you. And this has been taking a long time. We didn't close above it though, so still chilling. I think it's more of a patience game right here. I think I just have so much shit I'd rather go do today, that I need to go do today, and that's kind of making me want to fucking scurry out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping this candle just kind of comes up, sweeps something, and just dumps. Closes red. I don't want this to be a green candle at all. I want this to be a ton of candle. We are about to break this low on ES, so that means we should either see. I don't think there's any chance that we go bullish on NASDAQ. Once we break this low, I am gonna move my. Yep. Once we break this low, I'll move my stops to here. But yeah, I don't want to see us be bullish at all. This is a beautiful short. We shouldn't have any reason to come back up, in my opinion. Yeah, just a casual fucking 70-point move in seconds. I think we retrace and then come back down, which I don't want to see happen. That's just the opening of a new what? What's the 1 hour? Was it 1 hour of a 4 hour? Or what's the 1 p.m.? Is that a 4 hour candle? 10, 2 o'clock is. Oh yes, it's not just a 1 hour. Well, this is lit. Yeah, that was just like the open of the 1 hour candle. That was a whole first minute of the 1 hour. So I'm assuming we come down, hit my level, then manipulate maybe back up. But I'm completely done for the day once this hits. Like I said, we're gonna move my stops down now. God! Alright guys, this is a 2 hour fucking video. GG's in the chat. That was started with 2 contracts, so really 20 micros. I took off 10 micros at 800 ticks, so about right there, about 795, so it's about 4K there. And then I took the other 10 micros off at 1100 ticks, so this is a $9,100 trade. GG's. Peace, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Alpha Futures code Scriv, save you some money. This is on a live account. This is straight on bank account. Peace, y'all. Alpha Futures code Scriv.